ED grilling of Rahul Gandhi that is currently underway. What's also bizarre is that though Congress workers have been hitting the streets since this morning showing solidarity towards Rahul Gandhi as the Enforcement Directorate questioning is underway, there are these so-called protesters who are completely clueless about why is it that they're on the streets protesting against what, and why is it that they're standing in solidarity with Rahul Gandhi. When Times now questioned them why they were protesting, some even admitted that they've been paid 500 rupees to stand there.
यहाँ किस लिए आया? यहाँ किस लिए आया?
ये झंडा पकड़ने के लिए।
झंडा पकड़ने के लिए। क्यों झंडा क्यों पकड़ने के लिए?
अभी बोला ना आए क्या करेंगे?
पैसे कुछ देते बोले?
हाँ दे।
कितने देते?
500।
हाँ? 500 रुपए देते बोले? आपको भी देते बोले? आपको भी देते बोले? बोलो।
हाँ।
कितने देते?
हाँ बोले।
सही बताओ।
बोले सर।
कितने देते बोले?
अच्छा।
500 बोल के लाई थी मजदूरी पर।
कौन सा ही काम क्या है, महंगाई बढ़ाई भाजपा सरकार है और हुकुमशाह सरकार है, इसलिए हम इसके धिक्कार करने के लिए आए हैं।
मेरे को कुछ मालूम नहीं है केस के बारे में। जो मैम ने बोला मेरा गला खराब होने के।
अच्छा सर, आपको पता है किस वजह से सम्मान भेजा गया राहुल गांधी? नहीं पता।
जो प्रदर्शन में आए, क्या ये प्रदर्शन किस चीज?
सर मेरे को नहीं पता इसके बारे में, और किसी पूछना।
रेशन बढ़ा था, पेट्रोल बढ़ा था,
ये प्रदर्शन के बारे में पता नहीं है, बैठे ही है खाली। हाँ
कैसे आए?
नहीं अभी बैठे ही, हम भी यहाँ सुन नहीं रहे हैं क्या बोल रहे हैं क्या नहीं।
सुनने के लिए बैठे, मतलब आपको आइडिया नहीं है क्यों है ये प्रोटेस्ट?
मैम बताएंगे।
मैम बताएंगे, आपको नहीं मालूम ये क्यों प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं?
ये बिजली के लिए कर रहे हैं, हमें बड़े बिल बहुत ज्यादा
आ रहा है।
महंगाई बढ़ाई भाजपा सरकार।
मेरे को कुछ मालूम नहीं है।
मैम बताएंगे।
आप यहाँ पे क्यों आए हुए हैं इस समय?
सर हम यहाँ पे रैली पे आए हुए हैं।
रैली में आए?
हाँ जी, वो प्रोटेस्ट हमारे इसलिए आए हुए हैं।
क्यों है ये प्रोटेस्ट?
सर मैम बताएंगे।
मैम बताएंगे, आपको नहीं मालूम। आप बताएंगे ये प्रोटेस्ट क्यों है? आप जो आए हैं रैली में क्यों है? मालूम है ये प्रदर्शन? नहीं पता। ये क्यों प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं?
ये बिजली के लिए कर रहे हैं, हमें बड़े बिल।
इनका कहना है कि ये प्रदर्शन बिजली के लिए है।
बिल बहुत ज्यादा
आ रहा है, बिजली के लिए ये प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं।
Well, massive chaotic scenes were also witnessed across the country during these protests. This was a pan-India protest expressing solidarity for Rahul Gandhi, who's currently questioned by the ED. But shocking visuals have been coming to light. In Bengaluru, for example, we saw how several scenes came to light, were doing the rounds on social media, where commuters were held ransom, school buses were stuck for hours together. Not just that, ambulances had to divert multiple times and were stuck for hours. So these protests certainly have caused massive traffic snarls, only proves that Congress puts Parivar over people. Times Now has been reporting non-stop from several such sites. Take a look.
ಸರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರದಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಜಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್?
ಸರ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಹಂಗ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಜಾಮ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಇದೆ ರೋಡ್.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಆಯ್ತು ನೀವು ಇವಾಗ?
1 hour
ಜಾಮ್. ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ?
ಹೌದು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ನೀವು ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಅವರಾ?
ಹೌದು.
ಅವ್ರು ಹಿಂದಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ?
ಹಿಂದಿ.
कितने देर से ट्रैफिक में फंसे हो आप?
बहुत टाइम से फंसा हुआ।
बहुत समय से। पेशेंट को क्या हुआ है? कौन सा हॉस्पिटल जाना है आपको?
डायग्नोस्टिक सेंटर में।
डायग्नोस्टिक सेंटर, ओके। Well, you can see a patient is inside the ambulance. The ambulance driver says he's been diverted multiple times. For a couple of hours now they have been waiting. He says over an hour, in fact, he's been waiting in the traffic jams. And you can see all across this stretch. This, of course, leads to Residency Road, eventually Brigade Road, at least about a 2-kilometer jam. This jam is because this entire area around Lal Bagh was blocked by, Congress workers protesting against the BJP and the Enforcement Directorate. And the question is, while of course the Karnataka High Court makes it amply clear that protests should be limited to the Freedom Park area, protests should not be allowed at junctions which will cause inconvenience to the citizens and traffic jams. This was something that the Karnataka High Court made very clear just in March. Why was this even allowed? And is there any sort of responsibility from our politicians and the other leaders here in Karnataka? Is a question that needs to be asked. While the Congress party planned its protest against the enforcement directorate and the BJP and planned to march towards the office around, protesters have reached, or concluded their protest march. But what it has done for the last 3 hours is completely blocked this entire area, choking the traffic, leaving Bengalurians immensely inconvenienced. Now, the High Court had very recently said that, protests should be only held and limited to Freedom Park. It should not be held in busy junctions in Bengaluru, affecting traffic. Let's try and get in a word from some of the motorists. Sir, how long have you been traveling? Has this jam caused any inconvenience to you?
2 hours, yes. It's causing inconvenience, yes.
Where all were you diverted?
Sir, I was diverted from Jainagar and I had to come from Racecourse Road.
Okay.
So I'm diverted almost 2 hours now.
And you're delayed for work?
The family court.
You have to go to court and you've been delayed?
Yeah, I've been delayed. Now I'm coming out.
Well, there you heard it. And let me show you this entire stretch. Now, this particular junction leads to the Residency Road flyover. And you can see the amount of traffic here. This is at least a kilometer long at this point in time. You could expect this jam to continue from Residency Road, heading almost towards Brigade Road. And that's the amount of, traffic that has been piled up on this entire stretch, leaving thousands of motorists inconvenienced. The question is, while of course the Congress says that this protest is important, it is something that they need to do to highlight, the issues pertaining to the BJP, targeting them. How long have you been traveling? Has this jam caused any inconvenience to you?
2 hours, yes. It's causing inconvenience, yes.
Where all were you diverted?
Sir, I was diverted from Jainagar and I had to come from Racecourse Road.
Okay.
So I'm diverted almost 2 hours now.
And you're delayed for work?
The family court.
You have to go to court and you've been delayed?
Yeah, I've been delayed. Now I'm coming out.